YouTube, welcome to the video. I have something really cool to show you. If you smash that like button, did it work? Please tell me it worked. And also, if you subscribe, did that work? Then this video is gonna be really good and you're gonna have really good luck for like 7 years. 72% of you are not subscribed to this channel, and we're at 962,000 subs right now. And me and my editor, Danny, wanna get to 1 million subs by the end of the year. You could be the 1,000,000th sub. Please like this video and subscribe. Enjoy the vlog. Hi guys, this video is sponsored by AG1. AG1 is a daily foundational nutrition supplement that's designed to be part of your everyday life. It supports baseline health with ingredients that improve your brain, gut, and immune system. And it covers all your nutritional bases by combining multivitamin, probiotic, and a blend of nutrient-dense superfoods into one. All you need is 8 ounces of water and 1 scoop of AG1. I love that AG1 supports immune defense in the body with ingredients like vitamin C and zinc and spirulina. You can go to drinkag1.com/Maya or scan the QR code here on screen to get a free bottle of vitamin D and 5 AG1 travel packs with your first subscription. Thanks to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. I love how convenient the travel packs are, especially for my busy schedule, going to events like TwitchCon and Climate Week. They've been really great to carry with me. So scan the QR code, check them out. Thank you AG1 for sponsoring this video. Cheers. Hello YouTube, welcome to my Climate Week New York City vlog. I'm sad because something terrible happened. My flight was delayed to go to Atlanta, and then I missed my connecting flight in Atlanta. What was supposed to be like 8 hours of travel turned into, I think, 14 hours of travel. It wasn't very well documented because a lot of it was just me waiting in line, talking to flight agents, trying to make sure I didn't get stuck in Atlanta, and that I actually arrived somewhere else. It was miserable. There was a crying baby on the plane. I got in super late. It was like the worst, one of the worst flight experiences of my life. It was really, really awful. But I made it. Much later than anticipated. I was supposed to get in at like 4 p.m. to New York, and I ended up getting in at like 1 a.m. or something. But my luggage arrived, which is huge. It's also really heavy. But I did it, big time. Also, incoming, check out this luggage spin. Morale is still high. So then I had to do my worst fear again, which is face all of my fears in one go. The dark, New York City, and Uber rides, all at the same time. So this is me being really sad about that. But this guy also, again, did not kill me. I am 0 deaths, Uber rides. I got to the hotel safely, 0 deaths. This is my hotel room, very New York City, very Manhattan. No, it's actually a really, really nice hotel. So the reason I'm at Climate Week is because Rainforest Alliance asked me to come out to film some stuff. They were hosting some panels and some events at Climate Week, and I've never been, and it's really important. It's in partnership with the UN. It's where a bunch of organizations and corporations and NGOs come together to talk about what's happening with our climate right now. So I was really excited to be invited to be a part of that. I am very tired though, and this is me going to bed. I do have to get up bright and early. It's about 7 in the morning. I got ready, and I'm on my way to Rainforest Alliance first panel. This was my fit. I have an interview to do with their CEO this morning. I have an Instagram reel to make. You guys can check that out on my Instagram if you want. It's Maya_Higa. My first New York pigeons, love. I got in an Uber. This was a huge mistake, by the way. It would have taken me 30 minutes to walk there, 1.2 miles. It took 25 minutes to go 1.2 miles, and it cost me like $30. I'm not a New Yorker, okay? I learned. This is me spacing out, seeing how far apart my eyes can go. Are you impressed? I'm also wearing a party hat. New York ambiance, so nice. For the rest of the trip, I did not take another Uber. Don't worry. I know you're like, imagine taking an Uber in New York City when you can take the subway. I didn't know. Okay, now I know. This was the building for the Rainforest Alliance hosted panel. It was called Brewing Solutions, Coffee and Climate Solutions. Essentially, climate change is threatening coffee production worldwide, like from Kenya to Vietnam worldwide. Climate change is reducing coffee yields, and that's affecting smallholder farmers. And so Rainforest Alliance works with millions of farmers and workers, and this panel was about bringing together all the people in that supply chain to talk about what's happening to coffee farmers and to the coffee industry because of climate change. It was super nice. They had like a breakfast bar. This was Rainforest Alliance CEO. So for this panel, Rainforest Alliance brought together some key alliance members to discuss how climate change disrupts coffee production and also how sustainable regenerative practices can build resilience in our coffee supply chain. It was a really nice event. It was relatively small, so it was like an intimate setting, which was cool. And they had coffee served at the event, which was really handy for me because I am running on about 4 hours of sleep at this point. point, having my first panel be a coffee panel was really convenient. By the way, if you guys are looking for coffee in stores, look for the Rainforest Alliance certified seal. It's got a little frog on it. It's pretty cute. Next time you're buying coffee, look for that. That's my advice. But there's more in-depth stuff about this panel on my Instagram in that reel. This is that certified seal to look for in the grocery store. Go find it. And this was the coffee that I got. So nice. So at the end of this panel, I filmed an interview for an Instagram reel with Rainforest Alliance CEO, Santiago Gowland, which was really cool and really special for me to be able to do. So it was awesome to meet him. I love all the work that Rainforest Alliance does. They're really, really awesome. Go check them out. And then I took my coffee and then I left the panel. This is me walking in New York with a coffee in business formal, kind of. And I was also on the phone complaining about something. Tell me that I'm not a native New Yorker. It doesn't get any more New York than that. I got back to my hotel, again, on 4 hours of sleep. Death. One death. After that, I changed. My outfit was much more casual because I was going to a World Wildlife Fund panel, but I wasn't going to do any interviews or anything like that. I was just going, like, as a member of the conference to learn, so it could be pretty cash. I walked to this panel. It took me about 30 minutes. I think this is me waiting at a crosswalk. I don't know why I chose to vlog this moment. Maybe something cool is gonna happen. Maybe not. Okay. Again, here I am on my way. Look how tall the buildings are in New York. Wow, that's crazy. Look at the pigeons in New York. Amazing. If you guys want to learn more about pigeons, by the way, it's one of the biggest injustices in the world's history, pigeons. And you can learn more about that on my podcast, World's Wildest. I did a whole pigeon rant about why pigeons are misunderstood and unnoticed and underappreciated. I got to the building, tried to get in the door, managed to get in the door. This was the wrong door anyway, so this was all for nothing. That is where I'm supposed to be, but I could not figure out how to get up there. And I walked around a lot, and I was really resistant to asking somebody because it makes me nervous. And then I ended up asking somebody, and then I found it. I left that building and I walked around to this building. So this is the Nest Climate Campus. A lot of events happened here. I got a name badge. Look, it says Alveus on it. Wahoo. That's me. The Nest hosts a lot of people, a lot of climate projects, and a lot of panels. So this was like the second floor of the climate campus, and this was the WWF panel. It was packed. So this was my seat. And by seat, I mean I was standing in the back of the room next to the trash can. But hey, I made it in the room and I learned, and that's what matters. From the ground up, how a multi-layered approach to forest conservation benefits people, nature, and climate. I did find a seat on the floor, luckily. And then I went live. I was supposed to go live with Squeaks, and we were gonna go try pizza in New York, but then we messed up on scheduling. So I was just live by myself. And look, they're all saying hi. So I did a random like New York IRL, and then I got back to my hotel and died. 2 deaths total. Then I put on my overalls that Cutie embroidered for me. What a dream. They're my favorite piece of clothing I own. And I met with my sister. Erica's here in New York, and we're going to Climate Week things together. This was really interesting. This panel was Meet the YouTubers. We got to meet some YouTubers who have like climate or environmental focuses involved in their content. And they hosted a panel and like talked about their work. It was obviously interesting for me. Look, I'm a solutionist. Hooray! Then we got our seats, waited for everyone to come up for the panel. These are the panelists we're waiting for, and here they are. The YouTubers. If I'm being completely honest with you, I wasn't familiar with any of these creators before coming to this panel. But now I follow them all, and they're great. This is Simone, is it Simone Gertz? She does some really cool content. She makes robotics. You guys have probably seen these videos. A lot of them have been viral before. She's hilarious. She was awesome to listen to, and it was cool seeing her work. Oh, I love this guy. I followed him on Instagram. I messaged him on Instagram. I said, good job, and he said, thanks, and so now we're best friends. This kid makes climate videos on YouTube, and his YouTube channel is Children's Climate Championship. Go check it out and sub to him, will you? The panel was great. It ended. People went up and asked some questions. I didn't want to ask them questions because I was nervous. So then we left. And Eric and I went to go find some food. We went to this cute market. Very cute menu. They had a hot bar in the back. Wow. Beautiful. Amazing. Food. What a find. We didn't even know this was here. We just kind of wandered in. And I got a Dr. Pepper to keep me afloat. Anyway, we ate lunch. It was good. We talked about what we learned at the first panel in the morning. And then I found all these pigeons. Check them out. Wow. Look at that lineup. Wow. 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 Cool. And we're back at the climate campus for yet another panel, and by another panel, I mean several panels. And I could not tell you the name of any of them at this very moment, but I will tell you once I see the footage. We had to get Erica registered so she could get a badge. And then we went up and we found our panel room. These are also WWF panels. You guys probably know what WWF is. That's World Wildlife Fund. I've done a lot of collaborative work with World Wildlife Fund, and so has Alveus, which has been really, really awesome for us because they're massive and they do a ton of awesome conservation work. So I was really excited to attend these. We did find a chair, and by a chair, I mean one. So we shared a chair. This panel specifically was about conservation in Africa. I heard from people from South Africa, from Mozambique, from Nigeria, from Ghana, all across Climate Week, which was incredible. And I don't think there's any other event in the US, well, maybe. I have never been to an event where I could hear from so many different voices from so many different places around the world. It was really eye-opening. I think the biggest thing that I got from all of these panels that we talked about was that climate change affects people so much more than I usually think about. I'm always so focused on biodiversity and plants and animals, and it's not often that I'm thinking about how people are affected. 60% of people in Nigeria don't have access to electricity, and so many people are dependent on rain-based agriculture. And so with climate change, if there's less rain or there are droughts, as there are everywhere, people can't make a living, they cannot survive. It was a crazy and powerful and scary reminder about how much climate change is affecting people worldwide in ways that we don't see in the US. So that was really cool, really important. And then we went to the rooftop of the climate campus, and it's a freaking, I can't call this a garden because it's insane. It's so much more than that. There's this huge greenhouse that we couldn't get into, and they're growing corn up on the roof. This is New York agriculture, people.
What do they do with all
Welcome
this?
to 2024. Oh, here's a New York bee. I put this on my Instagram story. That's why it's vertical. Oh, and more oh, this was also on my Instagram story. I just recorded the pigeons on the way back as well. Then we took a pedicab. This pedicab was sponsored by a company that was sponsoring the Climate Campus event, so this ride was free, which is cool. I love these things. It's so fun to sit in the back of them. Then it was time to get on the subway. Here we go, down into subway territory. Why are we taking the subway? Where are we going? I don't know. My pants are a little long. It's okay. If you guys have never seen the subway in New York, here's a tour. Here's what it looks like. Amazing. Time to get on. Also note here, while we're going through the subway experience, I've done several conferences that I'm so lucky to have attended, because between like the Bug Conference and TwitchCon and this, I'm able to bring back so many ideas and so much new knowledge to Alveus so that we can be bigger and we can be better. This conference itself gave me so many ideas for 2025 and what I want Alveus to do. I want Alveus to engage in way more citizen science. I want to collect way more data, and I want to push a lot more people to policy in 2025. There's so much that we can do. I'm so passionate about Alveus's model, and after hearing a lot of climate doomerism at this conference, I'm excited to turn more people into climate optimists and to empower consumers and you guys to do something about it. I think so much of the problem is that people just don't even know what's going on. And so I'm excited to be the bridge for people to understand what's going on so that they can do something, because I think people want to help. They just don't know how. We made it in the subway, and now we're climbing back up to air. You have to hold your breath the whole time in the subway because it's underground. So you can't take the subway for too long or else you'll die. I lied. I just lied. This is a cool restaurant where the chairs are swings. I didn't realize until after we ate here that there was a sign on the table that says swingers only, and I think it's a joke. I'm like pretty certain it's a joke, but I don't know. New Yorkers might be like a little freaky. I don't know. I'm not positive, but there was a sign. You're gonna have to read it backwards. I think it's a joke. Anyway, we sat here the whole time, and we got nachos, and they were really good. Yum, nacho. I bet I'm gonna do a thumbs up. Wait for it. Yep. Predictable. Anyway, we killed those. We killed those nachos, and then we had an event to go to together. Oh, we had some time before the event. Twitch gave me a front page slot to stream in, which was really nice of them. So I did get a stream in here to talk about Climate Week. And then we had an event that we popped in and out of, and then we went to a rooftop bar. So that's us going to the rooftop, R for rooftop. And we were gonna go live again because I had another front page slot. We got a seat here, sat down, me and my sister, And we streamed, and we had like 12,000 viewers because it was on the front page, and we just talked about everything we had learned from Climate Week, which is like so cool. The fact that we can sit down and I can take all the information I got from this conference and just like share it back to 12,000 people is insane. And I feel so lucky to have such a big ripple effect because of you guys. Thank you so much. We took a taxi back to the hotel. I'm not sure I've actually ever ridden in a taxi. I've only done Ubers, but the taxi was pretty cool. And then it was time for bed. Good night. Good morning. That was my last day. So I was getting ready to go back home. Finally, I don't know day what of being away from home, because reminder, like before that, I came straight from San Diego to New York City. So I was gone for almost 2 weeks, which is the longest I have been gone, I think, since I founded Alveus. So it was a lot, and I was really tired, and I was ready to go home. This was us trying to call a taxi. It wasn't working. They didn't want to stop. It was kind of embarrassing. So then we got embarrassed, and then I just got an Uber. I just got an Uber. This is me getting in the Uber. It's fine. Whatever, man. For the rest of the trip, I did not take another Uber. Don't worry. I know you're like, imagine taking an Uber in New York City when you can take the subway. I didn't know. Okay, now I know. You gotta do what you gotta do. I had to get to the airport, so. Boo, taxi. Goodbye, sister. Into the airport we go. Time to go back home. I am so ready to go home at this point, and I was so scared that I wasn't gonna make it because flights have been so awful. This is the book that we're reading for book club, by the way. Whine About It, Patreon. Me, Slime, Ludwig, Cutie, and myself are all in a book club. So if you want to check it out on the Whine About It Patreon, do so. Thank you guys for watching. I'm in the dark right now, and I don't want to get up and turn my lights off, so I'm not going to do a full cam outro. But I will see you guys on the next video. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Danny certainly will insert something here that you guys will like to watch more than seeing me full cam. Like and subscribe. See you on the next one. Goodbye.